so normally I'm talking about this thing and doing stuff to this, but now we got this thing to tinker around with. It's a 99 Honda Shadow Spirit 1100cc. It's rough around the edges a little bit, like torn seat. Some of the stuff is rusted. Tachometer stopped working, so I ordered a cable for that. I gotta clean up stuff like that. This is a little bit busted here. This is broken, so I ordered, and I'm gonna order just a bunch of little stuff. And then the exhaust, I don't like the exhaust. Someone actually cut off heat shields. These are just little tiny ones I put for now, but exhaust is kind of messy. So I'll either buy something different, or I'll buy a used, newer set of pipes off of eBay or something. But it runs and shifts great. Definitely weird from driving this thing. I was driving this thing for the past like 2 days, and then when I jumped on this, it was a hell of a difference. It's more like riding like a bicycle compared to this, like stance wise and everything, obviously. But so yeah, this video I'm doing a gear oil change, because this year of Shadow and the CC, they're shaft driven, and I just got this bike and I did an oil change and oil filter, so I'm gonna do the gear oil. And what I didn't get was, on other videos, this is exactly how it looked. I mean, mine's a little bit rusted, but you can see it's obviously an Allen key. Mine was like, it was popped in like this, and it was all the way in, and it was flush. And I thought mine was, like, you had to turn it. So I finally took the little bitty baby flathead and one of these that I had, and this actually did the trick. And I had to pry it off, and then it exposed the Allen key. And it's a 6mm, so yeah, just gonna drain it, and should be pretty simple. After that, you're supposed to stand the bike up level, and I've got a funnel and some gear oil, and it goes right here. And then you just, plug them both back up, and there you go. But yeah, just word to wise, if anybody's watching this and you have a Shadow and you're wondering why an Allen key's not exposed, it's because there's this little cap. And use one of these to get it. Super easy with these, not so easy with even one of these. Alright, also, after you pull this out, just watch out, because there's a washer on there, and mine kind of just fell in the oil, and I had to fish it out. Looks like it's about done, so I'm going to put that cap and the washer back on, and then stand it up, and then put the gear oil in. I mean, everyone's preference is different, but the mechanic that I talked to who test drove this also told me to put 90 weight in it, so that's what I'm putting in it. Another thing that I did yesterday, and I didn't film any of it, is do these got 4 spark plugs, and this one and there's another one on the other side. These are pretty easy, and it's an 18mm socket. You got to get a deep one, because if you get a small one, that won't work, because the spark plug will actually sit inside of most of this thing. Don't know why though. There's this one and one on the other top end of it. Extremely difficult to get in and out. Not the spark plug itself, but the socket. And let me just take this out real quick. So you see in there, kind of difficult, especially since that goes in there, like, it doesn't really want to. You have to force this thing in here. So taking it in and out, socket came off my wrench there. So what you're gonna have to do is, and I learned this the hard way after several minutes just keep trying to attach it and yank it out, you're gonna have to take a little flathead, and you're just gonna, hopefully your socket will have something like this on it. There's a small groove, and I basically had to pull with the wrench lightly and then also pull with the flathead on the top of this, and I eventually got it out. So that's just a heads up for people doing maintenance on their bike.